So lesson 10 is focusing on your essay topic. I will go ahead and state that when we start narrowing our focus on our essay topic, narrative essay topic, we want to make sure that we choose one that is based off of a singular life event. So that means, an example I've been using is the grandiose experience of going to like Hawaii, right? So if we talk about or use the main event of going to Hawaii, then that scope of that event is too big for a narrative essay, okay? So typically, a narrative essay could be very, very long. It can go way beyond 5 paragraphs. For focus, we are trying to keep it within the 5-paragraph limit. So therefore, what we want is to take, for instance, let's take the situation of going to Hawaii, and then narrowing down that event into a smaller event, a more focused event. All right, so because if you want to talk about the week's time that you've spent in Hawaii, that's a lot happening for a very short period for your essay. Okay, so what we instead is we narrow the focus. We look at our experiences in Hawaii, and then we want to choose one that evokes a lot of emotion. Right, that could be happy, sad, exciting, depressing, elation, fear. Right, anything like that. One of the most emotional times or events during that trip. Okay, so this could be maybe when you went snorkeling and you saw a sea turtle, or it could be when you went hiking and you got to see parrots and all that sort of stuff, or maybe it was just chilling in the hotel and really enjoying the hotel experience and the pool and the view and all of that. Okay, but you choose one of those because you can get in extreme detail on that main event. Because when we talk about narrative essays, one of the biggest focuses of a narrative essay is rarely explaining the situation in extreme detail, using that figurative language, using imagery. Okay, so therefore, you want to make sure that your topic is narrowed down to a very specific item that you can get really detailed in, and then lesson 10 takes that topic and continues to focus it. So, who was involved in the experience? So if I'm talking about the time I went snorkeling in Hawaii and I saw a sea turtle, who's involved in that? Was it just me? Was I snorkeling all by myself? Or was there family involved? Was there a guide involved? Was there a friend involved? Right? Or was it truly just me and the sea turtle just chilling with each other? Okay? What happened in particular? What was the main event that occurred? Well, in this case, it was a time that I went snorkeling and I saw a sea turtle when in the shallows of the ocean, of where we could snorkel. All right, this is all made up, by the way. I have not actually done this. I wish I have, but not yet. All right, when did it happen? Well, that's where you focus the time, the setting. Right? When did it happen and where did it happen? That is literally the setting of your narrative. So therefore, Hawaii was it the big island or was it one of the other islands? Right? And then more specifically, was there a particular area in Hawaii or on the big island, for instance, that you went snorkeling? Was it a particular snorkeling business that you did that through? Okay, those are the things that you can start processing. And then when did it happen? Was it this year, last year, 5 years ago? Right? Elaborate on that. Why did the experience impact you? So what was so amazing? What was so impactful about that experience? So if we take this sea turtle situation, this is an almost like once in a lifetime, very small opportunity, right, for many of us. So therefore, it's very impactful because, you got to see a sea turtle in its natural habitat, swimming in its habitat, snorkeling. There's not many an opportunity like that for a lot of us. If you live in Hawaii, then us that see black-tailed deer in their natural habitat, that's also very fascinating to them. Okay, so what in that experience impacted you? Okay, how did you change? Okay, now this is a little bit harder, that question, but typically from an experience we change in some way. Then maybe in this situation you have changed by gaining a bigger or a larger or a grandiose appreciation for life, right? Maybe you're like, wow, that was very beautiful, that sea turtle, right? So maybe you have a different perspective on sea turtles or on nature or wildlife, okay? And what did you learn? All right, maybe you learned some fascinating things about sea turtle. Maybe the learning experience was to appreciate, once in a lifetime moments like this. All right, so this is just a very simple example that I'm presenting you, but you address these questions based off the single event that you have chosen for your narrative essay. Okay, so that is lesson 10, focusing on your topic. Do note that I do want complete sentences when responding to each of these questions, and you are to respond to all the questions. Okay, any further questions, feel free to email me. Talk to you guys later.